Hello and welcome today to this special edition of Bespoke Podcasts. In the hot seat today, I have a very dear and close friend of mine who I have worked with as well for 15 years. Alessio Ferracci, a good friend, a mentor. He's taught me a lot of things. And also, he represents the brand Ermenegildo Zegna Fabric Division, one of the finest fabric makers in the world. Welcome, Alessio.
Thank you, Prakash. I'm very pleased to be here.
Thank you for coming and seeing us all the way in Dubai. I know it's a bit of a different weather. And of course, I believe Dubai is a very important market for you. Tell us more about what brings you to Dubai. Let's start with this.
The Middle East, especially Dubai, is becoming year by year one of the most important markets because we have good partners. We have really master tailor like Bespoke, which is really true. Absolutely, I'm not absolutely delighting you in an end because it is let's say really wealthy market. People, the customers understand both the quality and both the preciousness of our collections.
Okay. So this is the market for you for your luxury fabrics. Of course, Ermenegildo Zegna. Please explain to me. Okay, can you tell me what's the exact pronunciation of the Ermenegildo Zegna?
Is Ermenegildo Zegna.
Ermenegildo
It's
Zegna.
quite difficult for all the foreign customers. People say Ermenegildo, but you can also just say Zegna is okay.
Zegna. Zegna it is. Okay, so tell me a bit about the journey. When did it all begin? I mean, when did the Ermenegildo Zegna begin? And where are we today?
Well, that's a long story. I need hours and
make it
hours.
short.
I try to make it short. 1910, they founded, the counter Ermenegildo Zegna found the wool mill dell'Anificio, which is based in Trivero. Trivero is a really small town at the feet of Biella Mountains.
Piedmonte area, right?
Yes, Piemonte is the mountain, is behind our company. We are based at the feet of this mountain, and Piemonte is an important let's say area for us because we have our oasis Zegna, the well-known oasis Zegna.
Okay.
Let's say the idea of the founder was to provide to the tailors, worldwide tailors, the best quality ever. And the idea was to break the connection between the English companies with the tailors and so on, and start a new cooperation with the Italian one. The British at the time, the British cloth was very famous. Till today, let me say, they are for part of our clientele very important because of the look, because sometimes they are easier to be cut, to be stitched, because they are a little bit more stiff, a little bit heavier and so on. The Italian clothes, Zegna clothes, are totally different because they are based on different kind of touching, feeling. We are using very fine raw material, sometimes also the finest in the world. All our production raw materials comes from Australia. Yes,
okay.
super fine merino wool. Well, the journey of Ermenegildo Zegna, it is very long. Now, for example, I'll give you some important date like 1938. In 1938, he went to US, to America. Yes,
okay.
yes. At the time, by boat. It's a long journey. You have to imagine. 1938 is not like today that you take a flight in 6 hours, wherever you want. Very long journey. And the idea was, let's start to promote my cloth, my fabrics to the Italian tailors.
The Italian tailors in New York.
Yes, in New York. In New York. He's also organized a very pleasant dinner with all the tailors. And still today we remember, because we have in our museum the menu, the location.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was really an ambassador at the time of the Made in Italy, and also a pioneer on the public relation.
Wow.
He was thinking that the advertisement, that talking about quality and so on, was a good starting point to promote his clothes, his fabrics.
So he was more like he was a discoverer. He went and discovered more markets. Obviously, you had the Italian tailors in US, and he's one of the first ones to actually go overseas and promote the mill and the Italian product.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing.
He's one of the first to try to do advertisement on bus to show to the people, to the citizens, to the tailors, the name Ermenegildo Zegna.
Right.
So at the time, 1938, 1940, was unusual to promote something using
like a fabric,
using the bus, uses the billboards and something like this.
So it was very forward thinking.
Yes, absolutely. It was really a pioneer.
Ermenegildo Zegna is a person.
Is a person, yes.
Okay.
He's the founder of the company.
He's the founder.
And he, let's say, I don't want to repeat it, but founder of the company and also pioneer for many reasons. When I go, when I used to visit the museum with clients, every time I'm being astonished about some information that sometimes I do not
Right.
remember, or they repeat me and say, "Wow, that's amazing! That's
Wow.
amazing! That's amazing!"
So
Well,
how did
let me
the
let me
ready-made part come?
let me just tell you a funny story. One of the advertisement that is shown in a museum is very nice, because you can see a knife. Okay, a knife. Yes, is a designer. A knife on the blade there is written "Made in Italy," and then you have a chain, and the knife cut the chain, and the chain there is written "Made in England."
No way.
That's a strong message that he wants really to
Free the
break.
world.
Yes, to break the connection between British cloth,
The cloth
Tailor,
and just British, yeah.
British cloth and Bespoke, and starting with Italian cloth and Bespoke.
Wow.
It's very funny. It's very strong messages. But let's say, Prakash, today we are here because
It worked.
he was really focused on his key point. Let's say.
Wow, I mean that's amazing. I mean, even just to think about it, it's not just ideologically a blade made in Italy and a chain. A chain is hard to cut,
It is.
and again, chain is also a sign of slavery. So it's wow. I mean, hats off to the gentleman. He made such a visionary. I'm just speechless.
Yes.
Great. So then, how did we end up with ready-mades? When did that start?
But let's say around his son, because Emigene Zegna had two sons, Aldo and Angelo. Aldo Zegna went on to manage the textile division, and Angelo starting the ready-to-wear division.
Okay.
And again, on the side of the ready-to-wear, which I'm not honestly in that
Sure.
kind of business, so I don't want to say nothing
Just for
which is
people
not.
to understand.
But okay, let's start again to promoting Zegna on the best newspaper, on the, let's say, fashion magazine, and so on. He starts with the first catwalk. He makes a regatta. He makes something just to promote the brand. And on the side of the textile division, which I used to work, the key point is quality, is based on the quality. What I would like, what I used to tell to our customer around the world is, okay, the brand, okay, whatever you want, but Zegna, in our DNA, there is the quality.
Right.
The quality of the wool, of the raw material, of all the production. We are very proud, because we dedicate a lot of efforts to try to provide the best quality ever. And I guess also, Prakash, you can confirm me, because you cut and you stitch a lot of Zegna fabrics every day, for, let's say, the businessman to the VIP to the most.
Everybody.
I guess you can approve.
Vouch for it. So, in my experience, Zegna is one of the finest. Ermenegildo Zegna cloth, because we have to be politically correct, is one of the best fabrics we've had the pleasure of working with. Once anybody wears a Zegna suit or a garment, it is very difficult to move to any other brand. It's just the way the fabric makes up, behaves, sits on you, how comfortable it is, how easy it's to travel with. All of these factors together combined makes Ermenegildo Zegna cloth one of the finest I work with, and my favorite to work with as well. Let me ask you this question. From whatever I've seen, of course I know I've seen from previous experiences, but I would like to ask you, how much of an influence does Ermenegildo Zegna have in the world of luxury fabrics? Where do you place yourself? I know you're at the top, but what keeps you going?
We try to be every day the top, but it's very challenging, because, honestly speaking, let me say one male competitors. I can consider just one male competitors is making a great job. So that's very stimulating for us to be every day, to try to do something better every day.
So it's
And
healthy
that's-
competition.
Yes,
It keeps you on your toes.
Yes, it is. Well, sometimes we try to, let's say, influence the fashion. Again, talking always from the fabric, okay, not absolutely the ready to wear or something else. Sometimes we have to follow also the trend, because
Correct,
we can
yes.
also we can be every time trend set. But let's say, starting to provide you different kind of mixture, blended, point of color, shading, finishing, touching, performance. Then for sure our DNA, our vision is our vision. So sometimes the customers say, okay, that's very good, I'm like it. Sometimes say, okay, I need that,
A little
and
louder.
do that. And let me say, you ask me luxury, I say for sure we have a part of the collection which is for the daily use, like our traveler, like our, let's say, high performance, some blended like cross ply, a little bit more casual, more sporty, and then we launch in those days. That's why I'm here also in Dubai with you, our new capsule collection based on some extremely fine wool, like 14 13 and 12 mil plus the Vicuna, which is one of the most luxury fabric in the world. And Vicuna with different kind of style, of weight, finishing. We go from the pure Vicuna for suiting to the top coat of 500 grams linear meter. We have the jacket, clear cut finishing, beaver finishing, and then we have also the albino Vicuna, which is the light Vicuna color.
Yeah, the light
It's a
one.
sort of
Beautiful color.
Yes, it's a sort of creamy color. That's a very rare raw material. We are proud to have it and to introduce to our top clientele, because this is something very let's say exclusive.
So from what I gather, your main focus is to provide the best of the best, be it rare fabrics, be it regular fabrics, or be it luxury fabrics. So from what I have experienced using your fine fabrics like the Preziosis. So from my experience over the years, while making a garment from the Preziosi collection from Zegna, now bear in mind the fabrics are very fine, the fleece is very fine, the weight is very light. To make a garment is not easy as compared to the other brands of fabrics that are out there in the market. Zegna tends to be the best to make, the sense that it behaves very nicely, it's very stable, it drapes very nice, it molds very nice, and it irons very well. So this is a compliment from me to you that
Thank you.
We're very happy with what you're doing, and I think that takes a lot of effort to produce a fabric like this. The stability of a fabric comes with a lot of effort, because it's a very fine raw material that you're using, and yet you're producing such stable fabrics. I mean, congratulations to you on,
Thank you
on
very
this, on all your efforts. In my recent years, I've come across some very, very fine fabrics which are very, very exclusive. Some which are very rare, that are very limited number of pieces, which sometimes you create and we make. I must say, Zegna is not one of the best. It is the best fabric makers in the world. Thank you very much for your trust. You always work with us. You give us the finest of fabrics. They're rare. There are a few. We do get them. Over the years, we are seeing that now Zegna cloth is getting more and more started promoting themselves. Earlier in the days, people know about you, but now I see you coming to the market, traveling the world. I see a little bit of a shift. Tell me about that.
How is important to promote a brand today because of the social, because now people they share a lot of contents. People wants to know behind every fabric, behind every experience, you need a story.
Correct.
That's very important. This is the today trend, so we have to follow the trend. We see lot of social content by our ready-to-wear, which are really amazing.
Oh yes.
Let's talk about story. Let's talk about quality. Let's talk about fashion and so on and quality. So on my side, what is important, honestly speaking, is not to do something extraordinary, but it's important to talk with the customers and sometimes also with your end clients, the top client that sometimes we meet at your atelier, at your bespoke. It's important because in the fabric business, the relationship is one of the most important things. Okay, absolutely, quality first. But how can I convince you to buy Zegna fabric? I convince you because first of all, you test the quality and you say, okay, I have no problem. I'm pretty sure that the final result will be absolutely amazing and I have a satisfied customer. If I satisfy customer, for sure he will come back and ask for Zegna again and ask for bespoke again. But on the other side, if you find somebody on the other part of the count that support you, that give information, that give a suggestion when we have some issues, because sometimes happen. So that's very important. That's make the difference. So the personal relationship is one of the most important things in the business.
So Alessio, tell me about what are you seeing the industry? Are you in touch with the biggest tailors, the ready-made industry, of course, because I believe Cloth Hermélagile Zegna provides fabrics to the big brands as well. So What are you seeing? Jackets, trousers versus suits, changing trends. What are you seeing? What's coming up?
After COVID, we had a huge change in the style. If you remember, people wants to be much more comfortable, and so we had the trend of the jersey. We have the trend of the larger pants, larger suit, because they want really to be like, let me say, joking apart, like wearing a pajama. Because they used to say at home for a long time, and so it's quite true. Is that it's not really a joke. Then till today there is a sort of, we call it casualization.
Yes,
Casualization is something that say, I don't want to be really classic, really formal,
Right.
but I want to play with color, mixing pants, mixing different kind of jackets. And for what our kind of business, we can also say that, okay, casualization, but we introduce a new terms, which is smart luxury.
Smart luxury.
Smart
Yeah,
luxury means that we are going to provide to the client very high level jacket, like the 14mm jacket,
Right.
or you have corduroy pants, you have moleskin pants based on cashco quality, which is cotton and cashmere blended, sometimes also with some stretch inside to give a little bit more comfort. And the customers like, because they can play it on matching different kind of combination.
Right.
Okay, but on the other side, there is also a demand of suiting.
Suiting. Okay.
Of suiting, yes, but slightly different from the past.
Okay.
Because if in the past they want really classic and formal suiting, now the customers say, okay, I need to have a suit, but I need with a different shade of colors,
Okay.
a little bit more sophisticated, contrasted color. I know that you are selling a lot of our Trofeo color flare,
Oh, yes,
or
yes.
the new one, amazing collection.
This is amazing.
Yes, this is amazing. Those two collections are based only on plain color, but not the usual one like the blue, the
Okay.
gray, the black.
Okay.
But we have a huge palette of colors, starting from the natural color. We have the orange, we have the rusty color,
Yes.
we have some mustard
Greens. So
color,
greens are beautiful.
a lot of greens, from the bottle to the olive greens, different kind of shade, and that's make really a difference, because wearing a suit, but on the side you are a little bit more younger,
So,
more. Let me use
Yeah.
this word. You are a bit more sexy.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's make the difference between classic blue suit and classic suit, but with some details. You know better than me. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you also put like different kind of accessories, like
Yeah.
different colorful button. Like you can combine the olive color.
Like all this.
Yes, olive colors with a lighter color button, the buttonhole making with another kind of yarn. That's make the difference today.
So people want to wear suits, but they want to be unique in the color, the cut, the detailing, the customization. And we are also seeing the same trend. We are seeing a big spike in a demand for bespoke suits. People are aware of what's out there, what is quality, and they want to wear something that's unique to their personality and their style. They don't want to follow the trends. So I get clients who wear flamboyant colors or classic colors in a flamboyant cut, like very wide trousers, loose trousers, high waist trousers, like what I wear these days. So we are also seeing that there is a shift in how people wear their clothes, the comfort levels. People are asking for looser trousers, longer trousers, wider trousers than compared to pre-COVID situation. So like you rightfully said, comfort is a big factor at the moment, and uniqueness is another. They want individualism. They want to show their personality, and I think that's the way forward. And Zenia, and that who better to provide the solution for them? Classic colors, very luxury fabrics in trendy colors and designs. Like what I'm wearing, I don't even know what to call it. Is it purple? Is it teal? There's a brown in it, or is it a blue?
That's a mix of brown and blue.
Brown and blue, but it gives me a sense of purple also.
It is.
Yeah.
It
So, and whenever I wear a different color tie, it's a different look, and I'm enjoying it. Thank you very much for this fabric. I really enjoyed. I enjoy wearing
Appreciate
this.
it.
And guess what? I travel with this a lot. This amazing fabric, and it does not wrinkle. It sits beautifully, and even right now, the temperature outside is about 42 degrees. If I'm outside for 15, 20 minutes, or even half an hour, it is not that. It's very breathable. Of course, if I'm going to be in the sun, I'm going to sweat, but it is comfortable till a large extent, and I think this has a little cool effect on it as well.
Yes, the quality you're wearing today is amazing quality. Amazing is the brand of the collection. We are going to launch in spring summer 25 again with a new color, new palette of color. It is this one is a performing fabric. That means performing suit because it's high twist, is double twist, warp and weft, and that's make a huge difference, especially when you talk about the ring, because high performance, high twist means that it wrinkles less and less. Especially when you used to travel, you put in your leggages, and then you arrive and you want to say, "Oh my God, what's happened with my trousers, my jacket?" The secret is just a little bit of steam, and then it recovers the shape so really fast, really fast. And then there is the plus of the cool effect. The cool effect is a technology that we launched many years ago, and it reflects the UV ray from the sun.
So it reflects the UV.
It reflects UV ray from the sun, especially in the darker color. Okay.
The darker color. Wow.
Obviously, that's your part. You have to provide a jacket, better handlining jacket.
Yes,
so, because that's one of the secret, let's say. But it's very comfortable. It's very breathable because this is only 200 grams, 190, 200 grams. Is one of the lightest we have in the collection. Not easy to be stitched. But we are proud to provide such kind of quality. And the palette of color, coming back to what we said before, is so interesting, so nice that it makes it makes a difference, because you can have a suit, but not let me say
heavy,
boring suit.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean.
No, I agree completely. And so we made these lightweight as well, so it breathes. Plus, if the UV rays are being reflected off, so it's comfortable as well. I really enjoyed this one. So I look forward to some more orders from you on the amazing part. I'm looking for the new collection. So, Alessio, I'm just curious, I'm sure you get some weird requests. What was the most challenging or unusual request you got for a fabric or something that put you in a fix?
Well, I remember a very funny request, and I had to say, no, we don't have such fabric. They asked me for a cutlings for jackets. It was, if I'm not wrong, from America. They asked a sort of animalier design to make a bespoke jacket. And I said to the clients, I'm really sorry we don't have such kind of fabric in our collection.
Animal skin?
Animalier, like we're a different kind of color together, like leopards.
Leopards. So you don't make anything like that?
No.
But it's also, for you to produce a fabric, you need a minimum of, I think, 50 meters to produce?
Yes, 50 meters means one piece is the minimum. But then, also we cannot produce whatever we want, because we have to follow our, say, mood, our taste, our look. We cannot provide whatever we want to the customer.
So you don't want, so you would like to always follow your philosophy of your founder.
It is.
Well, actually, I think that makes a lot of sense.
So, we do research every day, because we must do it. Now, for example, we are going to play with some jacquard based on Trofeo quality, and the result is really successful.
I've seen it.
Yes, and
you made a tuxedo in that one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's nice.
It is a request from Indian market. For their wedding, they are very colorful, they are very brightful, and they look for something different. And let me say, the final result of that kind of product, so jacquard, which is another way of weaving the fabric, but with such luxury fabric, fine fabric like Trofeo, the result was really interesting. And the color, the look that you got at the end was wow, amazing. Hopefully,
I remember being in the mill, and Alessio showed me a few of the colors and designs from the jacquard, and I was like, this is Indian market. And he was like, how did you know? Like, well, the Indians love this, and I'm really happy with the results. There's some amazing designs in there, and one of the tuxedo which you made as well is beautiful.
It's unusual.
It's not unusual, actually. It's very sophisticated.
Correct.
It's unique. I'll put it this way.
You're right.
Unusual is something that you might not like, but this is unique. Is like one of a kind. I've seen certain designs also before, but the way this fabric brings out the jacquard designs is exceptional. And I think you'll be wearing it at the end of the month, right? Somewhere.
Yes.
Send me some pictures.
I will send you some pictures. I will send you.
If I'm not there.
Please come.
Yeah, we'll try and make it. So, so tell me about the recent trip. I saw you wearing a nice jacket on your trip to America. Tell me about it.
Yes. Well, I was a little bit in trouble because I had a quite long business trip along several countries, several states in America. And so, Prakash, sometimes when you have a long trip, you cannot take with you all your wardrobe because it is impossible. So
Yeah.
there's some limits of kilos in the plane, and then you have to be
Constantly.
constant. Yes. And so I got a really good suggestion. Taylor says, why don't you do seersucker jacket? Seersucker jacket based on a natural color, is a mix of light tan, light colors, beige, if I'm not wrong, also a shade of brown. And I mix the jacket, I match the jacket with the three different pants of Trofeo quality. The beige color, then I have a tan color, I have a brown color, and so. And what we say before, so you can match with the same jacket, different pants, or with your pants, different kind of jacket, and be always unique with a really different style every day, but without having a wardrobe with you. And that's make it different, because me, on a side of salesman of fabrics, I have to provide you best quality. But you have on your side, you don't have only to sell to the customer your suits. You have to be a sort of advisor, consultant.
Yes.
I mean, when a customer comes to your shop, you have to see him and say, okay, you look like this. This is the color of your hairs, eyes. You have belly, no belly. So, and then don't say, okay, whatever I can sell fits good for you. Absolutely no. You have to suggest. Okay,
absolutely, yes.
For you is let me suggest this color, this combination, and then when you're going to use the suit, what is the occasion? This business trip, is an event, is a gala, is a wedding, and on base of the event, on base of the occasion, you must suggest a proper cloth, a proper fabric.
Correct.
That's make really the difference.
All right. So just to be clear, Alessio went to America for 20 days, and he was in a seersucker jacket, which was small, which was slightly checks and had 3-4 colors and 3 different color of trousers. Now, this is how a good fabric will help you travel comfortably and with convenience. 1 jacket, 3 trousers, I'm sure 3-4 different type of shirts and 2-3 ties. So the permutations of looks is numerous. Plus your meetings, different clients every 2 days. So you have enough look, not so much inconvenience, and you look sophisticated.
It is then I had with me other suits too, because I have to. Nobody knows happens stains and so on. But talking about the performance, seersucker is very good because it doesn't wrinkle.
It travels very well.
Yes, and then you just a little bit of steam, it recovers, and so you have no wrinkle. You are always okay.
And it's so light as well.
And it's so light.
You wear it, it's
so
just
light.
easy.
Yes. It is. And then what I used to take with me is high performance quality.
High performance.
Yes, usually I used to bring with me some Trofeo clothes, high performance, and 15mm 15, because different kind of situation, occasion, people, and so on. High performance is really very interesting fabrics because it's high twist, again warp and weft, is consistent because it's 260 grams, and it doesn't wrinkle, it performs very well, it's fresh because it's breathable, and the version I have with me is double natural stretch, the warp and weft, so you feel really comfortable, because the question is just to say sit at the table is a story, but then you have to bring with you the suitcases, a heavy collection, and so on. You have up and down, open, close. You need something that
convenience.
Yes, something that is also comfortable, elastic. I mean, we don't use so much the stretch because it's not in our mind. Okay, we have.
You don't use synthetic for stretch.
No,
you use natural.
Mainly natural. We have one article with a little bit of stretch.
One is fine.
One is fine. Yes, natural comfort is what also the Tailors loves because it's easier for you.
Yes. Because if it's synthetic, we're not comfortable with it. Now, just for everybody's information, this is warp, the thread that runs from top to bottom on a straight line. The thread that runs from top to bottom is the warp, and the thread that runs from side to side is the weft. Now, it's not the warp that needs to be really taken care of. It's the weft that needs to be really strong because it takes all the pressure. Am I correct?
It is. And then the last quality I used to take with me is the 15mm 15. So it means 50 microns. It's an outstanding quality. It's a fine quality, but let me say, not fine as the 14, 13, and 12, which is really pre-shoes, is not for daily use. The 50mm, I love it because of the lights, of the silky touch, brightness. Is really unique, is really elegant.
Okay, great.
And double twist again, the warp and the weft. And so also the performance is granted.
Wow. We can talk all day. But here today, I'm going to share something which is, it's not a secret, but not everybody knows. In the world of fabric, the fabrics are defined by how fine the fleece is when it comes off the animal. The highest known category available, the finest, I mean, me. The finest quality categorized so far is up to 10 microns. And I believe Xenia has some 9.4 microns lying in your factory. Or museum.
Yes, we have it in our factory, but it's impossible to be touched because it is really rare. It's public information. I mean, in 2023 we broke all the records and we got from Australia the 9.4 microns.
9.4. So the world industry is only calculating up to 10.
Up to 11.
Up to 11.
Yes.
And you
yes.
brought 9.4. Well, the
Nine.
finer, the lower the number, the finer the fleece.
It is. We are very proud because again, that's something that show how we are proud about the quality, how we are focused on the quality, and to get it 9.4, you have also to be really in contact with the breeders, with the farmer in Australia. You have to push them to do every year, every season better and better.
To treat the animals better, feed them better.
Yes. This is also a question of sustainability. I mean, because sustainability, which is today advertised everywhere, is not something that is new. The sustainability, that means environment, means animals, means worker, employees. It's not just question.
So everything should be.
Yes,
it
it's a
should
philosophy
last without having to have a consequence to it.
Yes, it's a philosophy. The sustainability.
Right.
And this is in our DNA since more than since the beginning. Because if you think about Hermenegildo Zegna, he started planting more than 500 trees in the Aussie Zegna.
500,000.
500,000 trees.
500,000 trees have been planted by Mr. Hermenegildo Zegna in Trevero.
Yes.
And the mountains around that region.
500 trees in the Aussie Zegna. That's a question of how to respect the environment, to believe that is important to having plants, to take care about the nature. That's very important. And then the relationship with the breeders, sustain the breeders to get the best raw material possible, to respect the animal.
Right.
And then what about the pollution? We are based in Biella, in a very nice area, very full of nature. But you have to respect it, and so you have the depurator, we have the solar panel, we produce energy with the water, we try to look for the best solution, say for the chemical product to clean the water. That's due by law, but with our effort.
You've been doing it before, even before it was laws, right?
Yes, it is.
Correct.
It is. That's very important. Today, everybody talking about sustainability. But in Zegna, many years. Let's talk about, for example, the Bielmonte quality. Bielmonte is an example of 0 kilometer wool. So we use the wool that the local breeder in the area, in the Aussie Zegna, in the past used to, let's say, it was a sort of wastage, because no value. We talk with them and we say, we can take your production and try to do something which is different in terms of touching performance, but in terms also sustainability, because instead to throw it away and instead to buy from Australia and ship here
all the way,
is a 0 kilometer, because we are, as I told you, in the Aussie Zegna, and the result we got in terms of fabric was amazing.
Really?
Amazing, because the micronage was absolutely much more bigger than the Australian ones. So the touch was a little bit more dry, more nervous, but you have a really absolutely wrinkle-free jacket, mainly because it's a little bit rough. So for jacket, let me suggest you for jacket, I have a suit. The pants are amazing because 0 wrinkle, but you have to put much more line inside because it's dry.
It's rough.
It's rough, it's dry, so it's not comfortable.
But for colder, harsher weathers, it's ideal. It's not luxury, but it's more daily use for weathers which are intense and severe. So what's the weight of this fabric?
Is around 270 grams.
So it's not that heavy.
No, it's not heavy. Let's say 270, 280 grams. It's not heavy, and we brand it 100% Zegna Aussie wool.
So what is it called?
Bielmonte.
Yes. That's one fabric, gentlemen, we should look out for. It is bought locally from the Zegna area. I mean, from the
Aussie.
Trevera or Biella area, and it has minimum pollution. No transportation, no carbon footprint. Brilliant. What an initiative.
And then we have also, internally speaking, some procedure for the upcycle the raw material to use again in some way, always providing very good quality, because this is again in our mind, but to try to not say waste all
minimum wastage, maximum usage of local resources, always being ahead of the trend, luxury, but being kind to nature at the same time. What a philosophy. Alessio, thank you very much for being here. We are very
Pleasure.
honored. So the 14 mil, which is, like you said, could probably be your favorite. Where would you rate it? Like average, high, very high, super expensive, or super, super, super expensive?
Is very high. Is very high, because if you talk about more expensive quality, we go through the 13 and 12 mil or even Vicuna.
Okay.
But is 14, as I told you, is something we could be affordable,
Right.
with nice palette of color, with a nice performance, and something that you are not worried to use one day more.
So, in your opinion, it's the beginning of the luxury end,
Yes.
but it's still a daily wear. So,
not a daily wear.
frequent, not infrequent,
Not so frequent.
special occasions.
Okay. Because let's say the luxury collection start Prakash from our 15 mil.
Okay.
Okay. And that goes through 14, 13, 12 and Vicuna. Okay. It's something different. I cannot wear it every day because it's delicate. But let me compare. A suit made in wool or blended is like a leather shoes. You cannot wear the same leather shoes every
day. Okay.
You need to rest it.
And let it rest and breathe and
breathe, because
get its shape back.
Yes, you lose humidity. You put its form inside. Same for the wool. You cannot stress your suit every day.
Okay. So let me put some perspective. So if I have a traveler suit, I can wear it every 3 days. If I have a Trofeo, I can wear it every week, once a week. And if I have a 15 mil or 14, I would wear it once a month.
Yes, more or less. More or less. Let's say Trofeo is more a business suit.
A business suit.
Okay. Is a 4-season business suit.
So every 3-4 days?
You can wear a day, then you stop, and you wear the day after. It's something like this. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Trofeo, you can wear it twice a week, 50 mil once a week, or even 10 days, more or less.
So you have enough that it does not strain one.
Yes.
It's not like you have one pair of black shoes. You need to have 4 pair of black shoes. People make the mistake of having only one. And you wear it out. So you have 4, it wears out over a long period of time. So same with suits. Now, one recommendation I always have for suits is when you get home, do not leave the jacket on a table or on a chair. Take the jacket off, take the trouser off, put them in the hanger, brush it gently, and make sure the hanger has wide shoulders so that the garment is almost in its natural, as if somebody's wearing it. Leave it in the hanger. Make sure it's not crushed with other garments. You leave it for 2 days. It comes back into shape. This is how a good suit should be.
This is the best formula. Then we do our best.
We do our best. We've done our part. Now it's up to you to take care of your suits.
Yes.
Well, Alessio, again, thank you very much for being here. A pleasure and honor. We look forward to seeing you in Italy soon or back in Dubai, and we'll have some more conversations.
Yes, I hope to meet each other very soon.
And I expect the 14 mil orange one.
Okay.
Take care. Ciao.
Take care.
Bye for now.